of Menominee Area Public Schools.
And Steve Martin, I'm the superintendent at Menominee County ISD.
Sorry, guys, I kind of put you on the spot there.
That's all right.
We know who we are.
Right.
Oh, good. No, I'm kidding. So I'm excited because we're going to have an awesome conversation about what you guys have been up to with Central School and ISD and all that good stuff. So we kind of talked a little bit off air, but I was kind of curious, like how long you guys have been kind of working through this.
Yeah, this the whole process has probably taken over a year now. Ultimately, when Menominee Area Public Schools did decide to do their consolidation, taking our kiddos out of Central and bringing them over to what we call Menominee Elementary School now. That's kind of where the whole process began, where we really didn't want to have to sit on an empty building on our block over there by the junior senior high. So that's when kind of reached out to Steve and got the ISD involved and make that commitment to some of our littlest learners.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I guess how are you going to use it? I guess what have you been up to?
Well, I think most people know, or at least because this whole last year we've had 3 GSRP or preschool classrooms taking place in there. And preschool is a big push in the state of Michigan right now, which is very timely. Early childhood or increasing our early childhood services for the county has been a major goal for the ISD for a while now. And one of the issues we were always running into is space. We investigated a ton of different opportunities or different areas, and it really never worked out or panned out. Like it wasn't either a good fit or there's a lot of licensing, obviously, that goes along with early childhood. So having opportunity to utilize where we already had one existing GSRP classroom at Central, but it was K2. So to be able to expand inside there. So last summer, after we started to kind of plan together, we did some initial renovations on the inside. Got 3 classrooms up and going, and those have been taking place all year this year. As we put that initial investment in, and it worked in the first year. Obviously, we've been looking at if this is going to be a long-term thing. What are some of the larger investments we'll have to make in that building?
Yeah.
It's roof and windows is like the 2 biggest things
Right.
That we'll need to be replacing. And while at the same time also looking at how we can expand even further. Can we create 3-year-old programs? Can we bring other entities in that might also kind of fall into that early childhood scope? And so which means renovating more classrooms with us making that investment, we started to talk about it becoming an ownership of the ISD. Because remember, we don't just, obviously this benefits Menominee.
Oh,
K-12,
definitely.
but we also need to make sure that we're benefiting our other districts in the county as well and planning and working with them to make sure that those services are reaching out to those kids as well. So through that whole process, it kind of was determined that it would be the best thing for us to take ownership of Central, and that's what recently happened at 2 special board meetings.
Yes.
This week.
This week,
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
it's kind of blending together a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Right.
now, are there any contingencies, say, a few years down the road, 10, 20, whatever it may be?
Yeah, and that's one thing. I mean, obviously, giving up part of what we call our block in Menominee, it is a huge decision, and so some of us were hesitant to do that, but at the same time, we're looking at this as kind of a partnership with the ISD. I guess not I scratch your back, you scratch mine, but at the same time, working together to make sure we're all on the same page. We're doing what's best for our kids, especially at that younger age. And if something were to happen where it needs to go back to Menominee, we put some of those things in place to just
Make sure.
cover our bases.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, if God forbid, and anything should happen, but at least you have those
Yeah.
safety.
And I think both boards did a really good job of expressing those concerns because they're very legitimate, right? Like,
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
wants to make decisions now that could be detrimental 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road. So
Exactly.
putting some of those safeguards in place was key, and we were able to do that, and which is great. You know what I mean? Because when you can remove all of those concerns, then you can really focus on the needs of the kids. And the
Exactly.
community, so,
Exactly.
yes.
So I guess one other question I would have is with the roof and the windows and all that stuff, are you going to have to fundraise, or will grants be available, or are you guys kind of looking into those avenues?
Sure. I mean, we're funded through the state a little differently. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still school aid money that comes to an ISD, this is, like I said, this has been I started in 2018 and it became an immediate goal right around that time. It was even a goal before I got there.
Right.
So it's been something that we've been investigating in space. So we've been saving, you know what I mean, to
Oh, yeah.
make this eventually happen. So what we're able to do right now is have a budget and do what we can as we move along. And
Wonderful.
there's nothing super exciting about putting a new roof on or
I know.
new windows
the
actually
best.
can look really good because you can
Yeah.
see that. But the reality is you got to take care of the shell first. So that's what we're
Yep.
doing. Because it doesn't matter how fancy and nice you make the inside look if the shell on the outside
If
isn't,
it's not.
isn't there protecting, doing what it needs to do. So we're gonna tackle that first, and then
Wonderful.
sort of move from there and see what else we
Okay.
could use the space for.
Awesome.
We have other needs at the ISD too beyond just early childhood. But we have just general space needs in terms of office space for folks.
Oh,
and
I
that kind of
bet.
stuff.
Yeah.
So if we can make some of that happen too, it's not anything immediate that's going to happen, but it's sort of a pay as you go. So there's no additional ask from taxpayers or anything
Oh,
like
that
that. as
well,
well.
that's
So,
a good thing to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
For them that
Yep.
may be kind of wondering if are we going to have another maybe a millage
Yeah.
or this or that. So that's awesome. And speaking of millages, we were kind of talking a little bit about the CTE program as well.
yeah.
And
So I
tell us
spent a
about
lot
that.
of time on your program in the fall as we were leading up to it. This is completely separate from Soul
Separate,
Central
yep.
thing. So the community was gracious enough to pass that millage. And since then we have been working on the planning, budgeting, scheduling, all kinds of stuff. And when I say we, it's not like just the ISD, it's Menominee Public
Oh,
Schools,
gosh,
it's Carnegie,
yeah.
it's North Central, it's Stevenson. Everyone's adjusting their schedules and putting the work in order to have those opportunities available for kids. Because you can have the funds there, but if it structurally doesn't fit, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So everyone's done their work, and we've got schedules in place. There's a few positions to hire yet that we're looking to do, and obviously transportation. Like once we get all that stuff squared
Yeah.
away, it'll be 100% ready to go. But right now we've got schedules in place and kids ready to take classes starting fall next year.
That's
And
awesome.
It's right around 44% of every high school kid, of all the high school kids rather, across the county. So in all 4 districts, that'll be involved in CTE next year.
That is
You know,
wonderful.
it's big numbers.
Yeah.
We've got one of the things we wanted to do was open the construction trades class. That'll be up and running up at North Central next year. There's kids from Menominee even that will be taking that class, and we'll be transporting them up there for that. So once we kind of get that first year under our belt with kids actually participating in classes, then we can start to plan ahead, like what are the other CTE programs we
Right.
can bring in. The more programs, the more connections with businesses, and the more opportunities for kids,
Yep.
and the better investment it is for the community. So.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. Just thinking about it, I mean, that commitment that the county made to our CTE classes was incredible. And the really cool thing is now that's going to benefit our older students countywide that are going to high school. And now with this collaboration that we're having with Central Elementary School, what you call it, Menominee Early Learning
Called
Center.
the milk. Which I don't know if I like the way that sounds. The ELC, the Early Learning Center.
The Early Learning Center. With that commitment as well, now we're hitting not only our older students, but also the kids that aren't even in school yet, not
Right.
kindergarten age, and we're going to prepare them to when they do get kindergarten age, come in and have that great
Oh
advantage.
my gosh, yeah. You know, we've talked about this before about I've gone to a voc ed or, you know, CTE
CTE, as it's now known. Yep.
as it's now known, voc ed when I was a long time ago. But it enabled me, you know, I did my 2 years, and at the time, I don't know how long is it 2 or 3 years now that you guys offer CTE,
Well, they
or does it?
honestly, like, they can start taking it in ninth grade if I mean
Wow.
it doesn't always fit because there's still the merit curriculum that has to be answered
Right.
to and stuff. But I mean, there's a good amount of 10th through 12th grade. That
That's
take it.
wonderful.
And
Yeah.
we actually have started to implement some exploratory classes down even into the junior high level.
That's smart. I mean,
Yeah.
just to kind of maybe see where
Right.
Helps
things
kids
are.
figure out interests.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
And honestly, it goes beyond 12th grade because with the early middle college connection with NWTC,
Yep.
it can go even beyond that. And
Definitely. I know in my case, I was able to come right out of high school, and within about a year and a half, I was able to move into a good job that did basically everything that I learned at voc ed, got me the position that I had for off and on for 10 years. So it was, for me at that time, it was wonderful until I went on with my dreams.
Yeah.
But, you know, but yeah, very awesome programs. And I think what you guys are doing with Central and the ISD and getting those littles engaged in such a young age, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, is there anything that you would want the community to really get from this?
one of the things I would like to kind of throw is a commercial out there for GSRP. If you've got a kid who's going to be 4 years old next year and haven't signed up yet, it is free.
Yeah.
It's free for anyone.
Yeah.
So give us a call, 863-5665, or check out our website, mc-isd.org, and we'll get you connected with one of the folks over there involved in early childhood and signed up.
Awesome.
Yeah, and no, I guess just a thank you to the community, not only our community, but the communities in the surrounding area, Menominee County. Just that commitment to not only the CTE, but now with our partnership with the ISD. I really think that this is going to benefit Menominee Area Public Schools and the community as a whole.
Oh.
Overall, so it's going to be a really cool thing.
I think so too. I think it's going to be awesome for everybody. So it's only going to, I think, get better and grow. And
And we can
Just-
use our CT classes to build more houses and
There you
boost
go.
enrollment.
there you go. You can add little additions on.
Right on.
See, there you go. We put a little public library, have them build a little library out.
There you go.
Those little ones. Start them out small. Well, thank you guys for coming in and sharing this awesome information with everybody. And you'll have to come back and let me know how everything's going.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sure
Will
you
do.
will. Well, you're here every month, so
Right.
I should have you here every month. Golly. Well, anyways, thanks, guys.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Yes. And everyone else, have a great